Hello and welcome, everyone. I hope you are doing fantastic. Watching that snowman drifting by, I hope, I haven't done the starlight yet, but I'm definitely going to be doing it for that mount, so I hope that's good. But that is not what we're here for. We're, of course, here with the new Sorrow of Werlyt chapter, with 5.4, and another opportunity for a sweet hang sesh with Daddy Gaius and my new Duskwhite brother, who I didn't realize before 5.3 was even a Duskwhite. I had my suspicions, but I thought he was some kind of Ilzabarden Elizan clan that we hadn't encountered yet. But no, he is a Duskwhite, and he's the first major Duskwhite character we've had since the 2.0 Lancer quest. First one that's had a bloody name. I'm just very excited. I'm very, very excited. And I've been asking chat how he pronounces his name correctly. I don't know if it's Vordolin, Vidorlin, Vordi, Voldemort. Who knows? Who knows? But that's what we are going to be doing with the Blood of Emeralds. Ah, yes, of course. We would be going back to Turncliffe, wouldn't we? Back into Werlyt. Lovely, lovely. Yeah, the Lancer is the one who fell off the cliff, yes. Because he was scared. You reckon it's Vodolin? Okay. Maybe we'll go with that. Let's go with that. Vodolin. I like Vodolin. That's easy. That is quite easy. It's good to see you, Ethys. I'm pleased to report that Master Garlon and the others uncovered a fair bit of useful information at the Imperial facility in Turncliffe. In fact, he'd like you to rendezvous with Gaius in the town square, where he'll reveal what they've found. Once you're ready to depart, your escort will lead the way. Okay, so we are going back to Turncliffe. That is kind of what I was suspecting. Oh yeah, right, that's over here, of course, with the carriage. I don't think I need any crafted gear at the moment, but I'll probably be getting into... geez. Here's the thing. I was hoping to find a static this patch because last raid tier, the PF life, was just really, really getting me down after a while. I haven't done that yet because I haven't really been looking because, I was otherwise indisposed. But I'll probably be getting into the tier one way or another at some point this week. So maybe we'll see. We shall see. 485. Yeah, I'm well past 485, so it'll be okay. It seems that Sid is not in the habit of saying the same thing twice, which must be why he has been waiting for you to arrive before revealing the results of his investigation. Okay, Volin. Though the Imperials may be gone, the scars they are left on this once peaceful town will doubtless take many years to heal. Were we giving him the ambiguous European? I think we were. I want to see if anything else has changed in the instance here. No, doesn't look like it. Doesn't seem that way, does it? Yeah, it looks like it's all the same. Okay. Yes. It might change, after we're done with this chapter. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. Now that you are here, perhaps Sid will finally deign to dispense his finding. Severa, inform him of Ethys' arrival. Oh, I'm so excited for this. Now, Sid's got his new voice, right? This was so weird in the MSQ, we're used to having voice actor changings, but not such massive voice direction changes, because he used to sound like Ewan McGregor. He used to be all like, thanks for coming. Hello there. Well met. And now he's like, oh yeah, thanks for coming, mate. Haha. He sounds like a bogan now, doesn't he? He did used to sound like a General Kenobi. Alright. Thanks for coming. So, what have you discovered? To tell the truth, we were lucky to obtain any information at all, considering the lengths to which the Imperials went and covered their tracks. You see, the hangar below was not just used to store the weapons, but played a critical role in their creation. It doesn't... I mean, that's more what he sounds like now, isn't it? And it just doesn't sit right with me. He's been spending way too much time in Alamigo, I think. He's really picked up that Alamigan inflection. We know now the code names given to 3 of the weapons: Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Obviously, we are all familiar with the first 2, but the third is something of an unknown quantity. At the very least, this confirms the existence of another of those abominations. At the very least... Not quite sure what he means by that. The problem lies in ascertaining its whereabouts. None of the locals have seen anything resembling a weapon being transported either by land or air. Well, that only leaves one option, doesn't it? Which of... Man, I gotta stop doing this, don't I? Which of course leaves only one option. The sea. According to what fragmented data we were able to recover, the Emerald weapon is equipped with aquatic capabilities much like the Sapphire. Meaning that its escape from Turncliffe would have gone undetected, and could potentially be anywhere by now. But if Alphonse plans to have it absorb more primals, the logical choice would be Eorzea. And travelling by sea would allow him to circumvent Frontline and Gimlet entirely. The Alliance must be alerted at once. Hold your chocobo, Severa. It seems that the Emerald weapon was still incomplete when the 7th Legion withdrew from Turncliffe. It's far more likely that it was transported to another facility in order to add the finishing touches. If your supposition is correct, that would narrow our search to but 2 possible locations: Castrum Marinum in the Rotano Sea, and Castrum Occidens in eastern Lenosha. Both of which are known to harbor remnants of the 14th Legion, your former subordinates, Gaius. Be that as it may, our objective is unchanged. Bodlin, you and Severa will make your way to Castrum Occidens, while Ethys and I head for Castrum Marinum. Well, I guess it's going to be at Marinum then, isn't it? Should we locate the Emerald weapon, we will give the signal to dispatch the G-Warrior and eliminate it before it can be activated. Sorry to disappoint you, but we're still repairing the damage it sustained during the encounter with the Sapphire weapon. Oh, how convenient, Sid. While elegant machinery is its uses, it's a bugger to find replacement parts in a pinch. We've actually been working to expand its already impressive arsenal, but the G-Warrior itself is in no fit state for combat. While I'm aware this is far from an adequate replacement, I can provide an ironwork submersible to help Ethys and Gaius reach Castrum Marinum. I'll have one set ahead to Vesper Bay. General Kenobi! What's up, Tezcat? Thank you very much for 4 months. A submersible, eh? I don't much like the sound of that. Perhaps Severa and I should count ourselves fortunate that our destination can be approached by land. I pray you have a safe journey. Watch yourself out there, Ethys. It's time we departed. Let us make our way to Vesper Bay. Okay. Vesper Bay. I'm surprised we don't just like, you know, go straight up to it, right? But I guess this makes sense. Man, I would have liked to have seen the submersible, actually. Would have been nice to have a little cutscene there or something. In the eve that my attempt to... Oh. I've forgotten how to read in the last month. In the event that my attempt to bypass the Castrum security fails, this submersible of Sid's has best be able to withstand Imperial weaponry long enough for us to escape. As per Master Garland's instructions, the submersible is ready when you are. But before you depart, I've received some scraps of intelligence regarding your opponent from my colleagues in Turncliffe. Oh, it seems that we weren't taking the submersible from Turncliffe. We're taking it from here over to the Castrum. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. I'm doing good. I'm doing good, thank you. I'll be getting into Savage, hopefully, sometime this week, at least in Party Finder. Apparently, it uses some sort of levitating hand-like appendages. 6 of them, in fact. Though we're not quite sure what purpose they serve. It sounds like having the eyes in the back of your head might come in handy. That's all we know, I'm afraid. You have our thanks. After all, forewarned is forearmed. If the emerald weapon has indeed been transported to the Castrum, we need to enter via the dry dock. We shall do likewise. Where would there be a dry dock? There must be like a section of it underwater, because I don't really see any place where dry dock would fit. Hey, isn't it wild that we're coming back to Castrum Marinum? After all these years, that was one that we never got to explore. There was one of only 2 in Eorzea that we never got to explore. The closest we came was obviously Cape Westwind. This patch is really like... It's been welcome home to Eorzea, It's really cool. As one might expect, there are measures in place to keep out intruders, but the security systems can be tricked into recognizing us as an Imperial vessel. That said, infiltrating the facility is merely the first step. Should the emerald weapon be activated, it is only a matter of time before the pilot uses Oversoul. Must silence the war machina before this happens, and failing that, grant the poor soul its helm the mercy of a swift death. Had these wounds healed more quickly, I could have gone with you, but I fear I would only slow you down. As such, I shall provide what support I can from afar. Whatever happens, the emerald weapon must be defeated, at all costs. Okay. I was expecting a little bit more preamble, but there we go. There we are. Got anything more for me? Though I would prefer we avoid engaging my former wards in combat, we cannot allow my sentiments to prevent us from doing what must be done. Okay. Alright. So, it's not going to be Ratatan, surely. That would be 1, too obvious, and 2, like... Ratatan is not... It's not a Legatus, like, it's just not... doesn't seem... It just seems like it would be a weird candidate. Guess we'll see. Noah, maybe. I'd be surprised if it was Noah as well. Well... Yeah, the memes would be pretty good, We should never let our memes be dreams. Well... We shall see. We shall see. I mean, it wouldn't be Valens. I don't think it would be Valens. He's a contender. Noah's a contender, I suppose. Although, they're ones that we've never fought in combat. It wouldn't be like Xenos or Varus. That would be ridiculous. Nerva and Titan... Sorry, Titan. Nerva and Titus, again, might be possible, but we haven't fought them in combat. The only other one we've actually faced in combat is Gaius. But you'd expect Gaius to be the final one, wouldn't you? So, I guess we shall see. Oh, is that our submersible? Oh, that's very Garlean looking, isn't it? This is it. The emerald weapon. Oh, this is a trap for sure. I've been expecting you, hero of Eorzea. Look, Father, this is the power that we command. Mark 5 Anti-Icon War Machina, the Emerald Weapon. Big fat tacos, a big fat taco so big. Man, I've missed the tacos. Alright. There's no need for us to fight, let's help you. I'm sorry, Father, we have come too far to back down now. Fat tacos. Before anyone in the YouTube comments at me, I know that the lyrics are Heart of Subik. I know, okay? I know that formation. I used it in Werlyt all those years ago. What? Oh, this is gonna be Gaius! No, this can't be. No, Gaius, really? I really would have thought Gaius would be the last one. I mean, I guess we're in, like, one of his castrums. Now, Gaius is supposed to be, like, canonically a tactical genius, you know? He's supposed to be a master of, like, winning the day with absolutely minimum casualties on either side. You know, he took Alamigo without firing a shot. Pretty much. So it comes to this. But no matter what, I can't afford to lose. No. Baelsar combat data ready. Oh, no. It is daddy mode. Rex, what have you done? I have become what I must. I have become daddy. Bear witness to the glory of the Empire. Oh man, Alex is gonna have fun with this jam, isn't he? This is Werlyt, the time of the invasion. Could the synthetic Orside be causing this? Ooh. This is very interesting. So is this an arrangement of Bite of the Black Wolf? It's a remix of Imperial Will, is it? Okay. Alright, well there we go. That was really cool. And not entirely expected either. Wow. Oh, I enjoyed that. That was great. No, don't go. Let me... okay. Too slow. Yeah, I think the final one would have to be Valens, but it's also, like, so obvious at this point that I can't help but wonder how they might subvert it. No? Alright, guys, what you got? And so it ends. Why would Rex throw away his life for this? You're right. If I am ever to learn the truth, I must concentrate on the task at hand. Of course, we do not need to wait for Sid's analysis to tell us whose combat data was used on this occasion. It galls me to think that my techniques and strategies could be so closely replicated. Nevertheless, the observations I made during the battle may yet prove useful. As a matter of fact, it was not the only information I was able to gather. I intercepted a signal that revealed the troops stationed here were permitted to withdraw, seemingly in return for assisting the 7th Legion. Must have known that the Alliance would follow the Emerald Weapon here sooner or later and make good their escape. Oh. So, in A Realm Reborn, when Gaius refused to return to the capital to basically, you know, participate in the War of Succession. He was effectively, you know, a renegade. Was effectively, you know, acting in the same kind of way that Noah's acting now. And the 14th Legion were absolutely not welcome back into the Empire after 2.0, so a lot of them ended up basically working as proxy for the Asians, actually, you know, like moving around crystals and that kind of stuff, or resorting to banditry or whatever. So that is interesting that it seems like a lot of the 14th remnants have been replaced with the 7th. That is curious. Meaning the way is now clear for Sid to inspect the War Machiner's remains. Who would have had the authority to recall Gaius? Well, you know, obviously Titus and Varus both believe they did. All the legatuses were recalled. We got here as soon as we could. Not that we could have done anything to prevent this tragedy. From what we know, it seems the emerald weapon was ilm for ilm a great deal more powerful than the previous two. This is allowed to continue. Who knows what sort of monstrosity the 7th Legion will conceive next. Nevertheless, Ethys has once again proved himself capable of overcoming the worst the Empire has at its disposal. Excuse me. I wonder what primals it absorbed, actually. You may be relieved to hear that Castrum Marinum was free of anything resembling a weapon. Unfortunately, it was also devoid of any useful leads, and we came away empty-handed. In all honesty, part of me wishes we had never found the emerald weapon. Perhaps then Rex would not have been forced to make the ultimate sacrifice. Only hope that he is finally at peace. We will do what we can to spare others from sharing his fate. I and the Ironworks will search this place from top to bottom for clues as to the 7th Legion's plans. Before that, allow me to sweep the area for booby traps and the like, but not put it past the Imperials to have left a few surprises for us. Agreed. I'll go with you. You know, I get the impression that Gaius isn't really scared of anything, but Xenos has got to come pretty close, right? With that in mind, I'll begin my examination of the emerald weapon. Carefully, that is. I have done Eden, yes. Yeah, I've already done Eden. I did it day one because I needed some insight for the commentary. Oh, hello. Here we go. Ah, yes, the Vieira children I haven't been able to bring myself to care about yet. Maybe they'll grow on me. Alphonse, you knew all this time, didn't you? Melisandre and Ricon, too. Everyone except me. But Aura, did I say Vieira? I meant to say Aura. Give me. And you, Rex? Yes, that's what the synthetic Orosite system is. The fusion between pilot and core is key to the to Oversoul. Right, so it was an unintended side effect or whatever. And unless we use it, we don't have a chance of beating Father's newfound friends. They stand between us and the primals, without which the weapons will never reach their full potential. Thought that if you knew the truth about Oversoul, you'd try to stop us. Of course I would. What I don't understand is why all of you are so willing to give your lives for the weapon project. What is it all for? It all began the day Father left. Without his guidance, his protection, the Garleans lost any respect they once had for us. And their cruelty pales in comparison to Valens. To him, conscripts like us are expendable commodities. An endless supply of test subjects for his twisted experiments. But no matter what they do to us, we will never lose hope. If it is the duty of the strong to lead the weak, we will become strong and protect those who cannot protect themselves. The weapon project will give us the strength we need. We will create a world where people like us can live without fear of persecution. Sounds like these guys are prime candidates to go and join Noah, honestly. We want you to see this new world for yourself, Ali, even if we must give our lives to make it a reality. But why me? The years spent serving the Empire have changed us all, except you, Ali. Even after everything you've seen, you're still the caring, innocent girl we grew up with. More than any of us, you deserve a chance at happiness. That's what we all agreed. Ali, listen to me. Right now, the soldiers assigned to watch over us have been called away to the capital. Now is our chance to get you out of here. Then why don't you come with me? If Alphonse and I were to run away, they'd only force others to take our place. Can't let that happen. This is our way of upholding the ideals Father instilled in us. Our lives are a small price to pay for Werlyt's freedom. Interesting. So what, they want to use the weapons to liberate... I mean, that's what we were doing. That's what we were doing with the G-Warrior. No. How can you expect me to leave you behind? I won't do it. We will forever be at your side, Ali. Rex, take her to the holding cells. No, let me go. It is a stupid plan, isn't it? It's a really stupid plan. So win or lose, the plan is to hand over the Castrum to Father, is that right? Oh. Yes. They'll take Ali into their custody before the Garleans return, while you will be free to pilot the Emerald weapon without her interfering. Can't let her hinder the completion of the weapon project. I'm counting on you, Alphonse. Don't let our sacrifices be in vain. Rex, forgotten what I told you. Mustn't use Oversoul. Can't lose you too. We both know I can't win without it. Besides, we need the combat data of the Emerald weapon fighting at its peak if we're to have any chance of perfecting the synthetic Orosite system. You know I'm not the sort to do things by halves. Forgive me, Rex. Don't you worry about me. If this is where I meet my end, I'll do it with a smile on my face. The rest is up to you, Alphonse. Yeah, I want more Gaius, more Vodalin, more Sid, more Nero. Like, where the hell is Nero? You know? Where the hell is the whole narrative about Sid and Nero constantly vying for Daddy's attention, right? I know we got a good bit of Sid in Borgia, but I don't know, this story for me was supposed to be all about Gaius. And the narrative is like interesting enough, but these new characters they've introduced they just seem very flat to me. I'm not really like invested in them. I don't know. This is the girl you spoke of, yes? She was locked in a cell, but I saw no harm in letting her out. I can't say for certain, but it seems she's been through quite an ordeal. No. Why, Rex? Why? Gaius, once we've extracted the core, take it back to Turncliffe for analysis. Perhaps she should come with us. There's no use in her staying here. Doesn't even have anything to say to her. Yeah, it does seem like very generic, kind of like mecha anime sort of stuff. I don't know. Maybe it's more engaging for the Japanese audience. I don't know. I don't know. All right, guys, what you got? Severo's taking care of Ali, but it may be some time until her nerves are settled. If the vision you witness is indeed true, Alphonse and Rex locked her away for her own safety. She is ready, but no more of what her brother hopes to achieve and why he must resort to such desperate measures. Ali's condition has improved somewhat. She remains in a state of shock. Let's give her more time to recover. There was one other thing I thought you should know. When we checked her for injuries, we saw that her back is covered in welts and bruises. Who did this to her? It seems she was subjected to beatings on a regular basis, judging by the various stages of bruising. I dare say this was the work of her Gallian masters. You speak as though you've seen this before. Seen? I've lived through it myself. Oh, now we're going to learn something about Severa, are we? I was born in Werlyt, 23 summers past. Wait, isn't she Gallian? She's got the third eye. My mother was a local woman, but my father was a pure-blooded Gallian and a member of the occupying forces. Oh, now this is interesting. She does have the eye. And, before now we thought that you had to have two pure-blood Gallian parents in order to develop the eye. That it was like a recessive gene. So she has the exact same mix of Gallian father and, you know, non-Gallian Hyr mother as Arenvold. Arenvold never grew, never was growing the eye. His mother was just so traumatized that she kept, like, thinking that he was growing it and mutilating his face as a result. But he never did. He never had it. To be fair, we haven't had like a clear look at Severa's for it, but you can like see the eye like behind her hair kind of peeking out. I'm pretty sure she has it. It looks slightly different, but she does have it. That's very interesting. Okay. Though I knew very little about him, his rank afforded me imperial citizenship. His acknowledgement of our familial ties was the extent of the responsibility he took for bringing me into this world. Still, it is more than can be said for most of his ilk. My mother and I were shunned by the people of Werlyt, who treated us as badly as the Garleans did, if not worse. I thought that if I were to become an imperial soldier, my position might somehow deter those who would cast scorn on my mother, only out of fear. And so, I joined the army. So, she's pretty similar to Fordola in a lot of ways. Yeah. The acceptance I earned was but temporary, however, and my superiors were quick to blame any perceived shortcomings on my savage lineage. Rather than waste time on official court-martials, they administered their own form of corporal punishment. Yeah, see, you can see it. You can absolutely see it there. But you're right, it's darker. It isn't that usual sort of, like, pure white. I was eventually assigned to the 12th Legion, fought under Xenosia Galvus in Alamigo. The chaos that followed our defeat, I seized the opportunity to flee Werlyt. Oh, now that's interesting. That's fairly recent. While it was never much of a home, it was all I had. Nothing could prepare me for what awaited. My mother had many years suffered from poor health and relied on medicine to keep her alive. In my absence, the Garleans had denied her treatment, claiming that it would be wasted on savages. By the time I could return to her side, there was naught I could do. Okay, so this is that plague that the old man was talking about. It seems that it was very recent. Yeah, it might be vestigial. No, I don't think Arenvold mentioned any kind of mole. Arenvold tells us that his mother was, you know, like delusional, basically, and kept like thinking that she saw something growing there and kept mutilating his face, but he never actually mentioned any feature there whatsoever. And Disco9, thank you very much for the Prime sub, by the way. Appreciate that. There was nothing left for me in Werlyt. I'd be punished for desertion if the Imperials discovered the reason for my return. I was never accepted by my so-called countrymen to begin with. I ran as far as my legs could carry me. It was then that I met Gaius. So that's the truth of it. Other than a few scant details, I knew naught of your past. It sickens me to think that I once fought under the same banner as such vile creatures. I always believed it to be the duty of the strong to lead the weak. Yet there are those who become drunk on the power afforded by their station and prey on the ones they should protect. I mean, it seems you did a little bit of that yourself, guys, to be fair. Like a canker. Corruption has spread to every part of the Empire. Even those with Garlean blood, such as myself, are subjected to their cruelty. I hold particular contempt for the Al Ra, an easy target for abuse, being so few in number. Perhaps like me, Ali thought she would be spared such treatment once she joined the army. Alas. I mean, Gaius is an idealist, you know? Like, he saw what he wanted to see. He was not at all realistic or pragmatic. It's tough. I only hope that with time, Ali can put the past behind her and make a new life for herself. But for now, all we can do is wait for her delirium to subside. It is Vaudelin's turn to keep watch. Let's ask him if there have been any change. Though you've overcome the emerald weapon, it's hardly cause for celebration. Another young life cut short. Rex's death is on my hands, not yours. Would that this confrontation had been averted, but alas, not to be. I suppose you're here to ask about Ali. Is she well enough to speak with us? As her condition has improved somewhat, I would say so, provided you do not cause her any undue distress. Wait here. Ali, I am sorry. What happened to Rex? It was my fault. Melisandre and Recon, too. They died because of me and my foolish ambitions. Father, no. This cannot go on. Please, Ali. You must tell me all you know. Of course. First, I need to know what became of you and your siblings after we were parted. So much has happened, it seems like a lifetime ago. After your disappearance, we were all assigned to the newly reformed 7th Legion. At first, each legatus was quickly replaced by the next, until eventually a man named Valens van Varro was given command. Now that's interesting. He was sent from the capital, but before that he was a specialist in experimental magitech weaponry. We later discovered that he was ordered by Emperor Varus to complete a project involving anti-primal war machina, the weapon. But after the Emperor's death, he was free to employ whatever methods he saw fit, and his greed, power, only grew. Now, Ali is implying that it's actually been quite a while since the death of Varus now. So, more time has passed while we were in Novrat than perhaps we anticipated. Some even say he's planning to use the power of the weapons to lay claim to the throne. Yeah, that would make sense. That would stand to reason. And I think there's another reason for his obsession with the weapon project. Not that he'd ever tell anyone, but he's always muttering to himself. I've been able to put the pieces together. He's jealous of you, Father. Okay. Valens van Varro. I must admit, it was only recently that I first heard that name. Valens used his knowledge of magitech to devise various military strategies. He was given a position in the army and quickly rose through the ranks. That was until one man stood in his way. You, Father. You were one of the he was one of the candidates to lead the new 14th Legion. That role fell to you. After that, he was assigned to serve under a far more gifted engineer, Nero, who was in charge of restoring the Ultima weapon. Oh shit, was he part of the 14th Legion? Valens has resented you ever since, going so far as to impose the ideals you upheld. Where you treated those who serve the Empire based on merit rather than on their race of origin, Valens is adamant that pure-blooded Garleans are superior to all others. Yeah, look, you can very, very clearly see her eye there. It is dark. I wouldn't be surprised if it is vestigial, But that's very interesting, because I remember noticing this last patch and being like, oh, maybe there is like a variety in the eye colors of the third eye. But it does make sense that that's a quality of not being pure blood. Curious. It never ceases to amaze me how far some will go in the name of revenge. All that hatred festering away. Nothing good could ever come of it. Oh, shots fired. Jeez. So the marks on your body are his handiwork. Yes. To Valens and his men, we were no more than fodder for his experiments, playthings on which they can vent their frustrations. Every day is filled with nothing but pain. If I'd remained in Garlemald, never have been forced to endure this abuse. It's not your fault, Father. Could have fled from Valens if we'd wanted to. After all, we're expendable and easily replaced. Truth is, that's exactly why we couldn't run. Saving ourselves, we'd be condemning others. But if we were to stay to see the weapon project to its completion, it would gain the power to defeat Valens, and then the Empire itself, freeing the world from its tyranny. That way, we might start afresh and find a place where we can call home. And not just for us, but for anyone who wishes to live in peace. Oh, it's a really, really bad plan. But give your lives for a future you may not live to see. Took courage from your teachings, Father. The strong must lead the weak, and we would gain the strength by whatever means necessary. We will fight for the sake of those who cannot. But we knew that you'd never consent to our participation in the weapon project, which is why we couldn't turn to you for help. As the pilots, we're the only ones who were able to stop Valens. We know just how powerful the weapons are. We would use them to bring the world to its knees. And his masterpiece is the worst of them all. Ooh. I could only get my hands on it, then I could save Alphonse and all of Werlyt. Father, I know you and Alphonse stand on opposing sides of this conflict, but there must be some way you can help him. He may have called you our enemy before, but he never meant it. He still loves you, Father. We're everything he aspires to be. I have failed him. Failed you all. I refuse to abandon him to his fate. I will free him from Valens. It is the last thing I do. Thank you. He needs you. Now more than ever. Listen, Ali. I once sought the strength to rebuild the world as I saw fit. But the ultimate weapon was born not to create, but to destroy. Alphonse must not follow in my footsteps. I know all too well where they lead. I will do all I can to help your brother. Pray tell me where he is. I'm sorry. I don't know where he could be. In that case, I shall have the Alliance dispatch scouts. Wherever he is, we will find him. As for you, Ali, you must stay here and rest. Oh, she knows exactly where he is. And don't worry, Gaius isn't gonna die. Gaius is gonna be like back in MSQ next expansion. I have every confidence. He's probably gonna die in the MSQ in next expansion, if I had to guess. You know, he's gotta like finish his arc there. But not yet. Wait, you're the one who fought Rex, Recon, and Milisandia, aren't you? No. We're the ones who threatened your homeland. You only did what you had to do. I have no right to ask this of you, but lend my father your strength. Save Alphonse. I know now why they call you hero. Alphonse, I'll do what I must to free you, even if it means going against father's wishes. I have a good feeling about his new friend. Yeah, I can hear you. Severa, see that she has everything she needs. Our allies must be informed of these troubling events. May I ask you to relay this news to the troops in Garabanya? Your loving father may act fool. Your loving father act may fool the others, Gaius, but not me. For every life you saved, you've ended 1,000 more. Or is this your idea of redemption? Call it what you will. For all my transgressions, I believe I still have a part to play. Vaudelin was absolutely listening to what Severa said there. Was I wrong to spare you that day? Or will you honor your word? It seems the time has come for the Black Wolf to show his true colors. Yeah, he's just butter. That's Severa calling him out. He's just trying to deflect back onto Gaius. Okay. Alright, now let's see if there's any more new dialogue here. Leave Vallyt to me. Having cared for my mother so long before being transferred away, I'd like to think I've developed suitable bedside manner. Okay. I know there's a triple triad guy over here, but he also had some dialogue. Let's see if he's got anything new. Nope. Nope, nothing new. You're just gonna take me... Oh, we don't need to spend the G-Warrior, I don't. Right, Fiddlin. While I am painfully aware of the cruelty the Empire shows its enemies, even I am appalled to hear how it treats its own. War machinas that feed on the very lives of their pilots. Scarcely imagine it. Heinous. The majority of the 7th Legion are sure to be stationed in the city of Werlyt, the heart of this occupied territory. Whether Alphonse is there with them remains to be seen. According to Ali, another weapon lies in wait, but where? We do not know. It stands to reason, however, that if we were to find it, Alphonse would surely not be far away. Okay? I don't imagine there's anything new here. No, that's all the same. Okay, he's talking about the epidemic 10 years ago. He wasn't allowed to treat the locals, they only let him treat the Garleans. And obviously, you know, we learned what we just learned about Severa's mother. Okay. They're still studying the weapon down there. They might have pulled it into the dry dock by now. Okay, and you got nothing new either. Alright, okay. Interesting. Yeah, okay, back to the locks, I suppose. I was hoping that there might be some new dialogue from those NPCs around Turncliffe, but it doesn't seem that way. I haven't missed anything. Oh, there's a follow-up question from that guy, was there? There's something like 30 seconds. Alright, cool. We recently received word of your victory of the Emerald Weapon. I expect it was another fine display on your part, not that any of us were there to see it. For that reason, it would be great if you would give us a blow-by-blow account if you wouldn't mind. Good grief. Sounds like you had an awful lot to contend with. Rather you than me. I shall also have a growing stack of reports should anyone wish to review this information ahead of our next sortie. Now, if I may say so, it looks like your deals are taking their toll. You know if anything requires your attention. Till then, be sure to get some rest. Right, let's see what Valens is up to, huh? Meanwhile, the Legion of Doom. Three weapons. 3 pitiful displays of ineptitude. I mean, 3 weapons I have my mask on now, you see. To make matters worse, one of my prime candidates, your precious sister no less, has escaped. Oh, that fucking sucks. Ugh. Oh, that sucks. Making the kid do it? Oh, he's so... I just... Man, I'm going to enjoy killing this guy. And who should she go crawling to but that swine Gaius? After everything I've done for her. And this is how she repays me. As her older brother, it's your responsibility to instill some discipline in her, and you failed miserably. Well, don't just stand there, boy. Oh, of course. It's your first time, isn't it? Come along. There's no need to be shy. Oh, he's such a creep. Oh, he's so gross. So is he Hojo? Is that it? Is that what it's supposed to be? You see, something wicked has taken a hold of this young man, and it's our job to cleanse his troubled spirit. It may look painful, but it's the only way, I assure you. Be ever so grateful. And you want him to get better, don't you? There's a good boy. Now, let's try again, shall we? Burn out the bad, burn out the bad, burn out the bad, burn out the bad. Burn out the bad, burn out the bad, burn out the bad, burn out the bad. Burn out the bad, burn out the bad, burn out the bad. Jesus. Oh my god. Holy shit. This is how I train my mods. How did he know? Man, I gotta make sure my my Discord mod chat's a little bit more secure here. Well done. You've all made Father proud. Very proud indeed. Now who wants to shower me with milk? Ugh.
As for you, I thought you were cut above the rest of the savages, but it appears I was mistaken. And since you allowed that wretched sister of yours to escape, it falls to you to act as her replacement. I choose you as the next pilot, and your mission is simple. Kill Gaius van Varro, whatever it takes. And if you so much as entertain the idea of betraying me again, I'll exterminate every last one of your kind. Like the vermin they are.
Well, there's a new emote.
Burn out the badge.
Jesus.
Having said that, we will be forcibly initiating Oversoul using Xenos' combat data.
Oh no. Oh. Yeah, okay. That'll do it. That'll do it.
So whatever schemes you may be hatching will never come to pass. All you need to do is sit back and let the synthetic aurosite system do the work, with you as its conduit. You should thank me for allowing you to become part of my masterpiece. Your worthless existence will finally have some semblance of meaning.
Oh man, I love to hate this guy.
Non-violence. Preparations for the Oversoul trial are complete. We await your orders.
Splendid. There's never a dull moment around here. Now then, boys, who'd like to see something special? Come along, everyone. Father has secrets to share with you.
God damn. Oh man. I don't know where that voice came from. I creeped myself out there. Ugh. This is my chance. And it's all thanks to the sacrifices made by my dear siblings. Finally, the weapon will be mine to command. Once it has reached perfection, I will be unstoppable. First Valens, then the Empire itself will fall, and we will be free at last. Father, keep Ali safe. Elisandria, Econ, Rex, see this through to the end. I promise. Until then, watch over me. This guy really does remind me so much of Hojo, you know, being the disgruntled scientist and all the experiments, and they're really kind of channeling that sort of, that kind of creepy archetype.
So, is it ready or not?
The trial sequence has been primed, sir.
Then get on with it.
Initiating synthetic orosite system. Loading diamond weapon simulation. Oh, this reminds me of oh, what's his name in Boja? The guy they have piloting the mechs there. What's going on?
You're helping us with a little research is all, whatever your name is. The time has come for you to contribute to the glory of Garlemald.
Yeah, the bog. The bog? This isn't what we agreed. You said that if I took part in the experiment, you'd let my family go.
You have Xenos' data loaded, yes? Activate Oversoul and be quick about it.
Understood, Lord Valens.
Galvus combat sample ready. Initiating organic core override.
I think this is going to be very interesting. Because I can't imagine using Xenos' well, we'll see. My mind is, no, if it is what it takes to protect you both, I love you. I'm so sorry.
Where is my prey?
Organic core override complete. Xenos Galvus data loaded.
The subject is instinctively bound to seek out prey, right from the outset. Regardless of the combat prowess it may boast, I need an obedient servant, not a ravenous beast. Enough. Shut it down.
Deactivating synthetic orosite system. Yeah, good luck with that. Good fucking luck with that. Oof.
How revolting. What a mess it makes of the cockpit. Like how I say cockpit? Adjust the settings and prepare for another run. Fortunately, we have the next test subject ready and waiting.
Well, this guy sucks. But sir, you agreed to release his family in exchange for his cooperation.
My. I never knew you had such a wonderful sense of humor. The great Valens van Varro bargaining with savages. Or fool him for trusting me in the first place.
Ooh. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Okay, well, Valens is, a fun villain, isn't he? He is. Yeah. I didn't really get the Hojo vibe until we saw his face, but as soon as we did, I was like, oh, this is a Hojo. Oh, jeez. Well, I stand by it. I want more Gaius. I want more Sid. I want some Nero in here. I like Valens. He can stay. I want more of him. The narrative with the kids is interesting, you know. It's interesting because it reflects Gaius's journey, you know. That they're wanting to do basically what he was trying to do with the Ultima weapon. I think that is really interesting, but I still think they're just really flat characters, and I just don't find them particularly. I don't know. I'm just not super invested in the characters. Yeah. It's just a shame that like Livia and Ratartan are dead, you know, because they could have had some interesting part to play in this. So, yeah, they're more narrative devices, yeah, for sure. And this is going to be, oh, okay, maybe this isn't going to be the extreme mode right up. Let's see. Oh, Ethys, I was hoping I might have a word with you. Ever since Turncliffe was liberated, we've been sending troops to aid and getting the town back on its feet, helping the residents, that sort of thing. We Alamegans know how hard life can be for the society struggling to stand up on its own after years of imperial rule. A lot of what most people would take for granted has to be rebuilt from the ground up. While we're able to assist when it comes to providing basic resources and keeping the place safe, there are countless other problems that need attended to. If you can spare the time, we could use your help. Yeah, alright. Bless you, Ethys. You really are a saint. I'm sure the people of Turncliffe will benefit from having someone like you around. Once you're ready, have a word with your usual escort. I wish you all the best. Okay? Okay. Yeah, like, Fun Daniel and this guy are both, like, you know, the sort of, like, chaotic evil, if you will. But they have very, very different motivations. You know, Xenos as well, right? It's nice to have more of those, like, chaotic, unpredictable villains, now that the Asians have become so, well, you know, they were arbiters of chaos. We didn't know what they were about and what they were capable of and what they were going to do next until suddenly, you know, Shadowbringers, they're like the complete opposite. You know, suddenly very, like, predictable and relatable. So, you know, we needed more villains like this, I think. You're the one who piloted that war machina and defeated the Sapphire weapon, aren't you? That's me. I thought so. I've heard much about you, but I doubt you know who I am. My name is Avelina. I grew up here. I stayed throughout the occupation and was put to work as a Magitech engineer. Thanks to you and yours, we are now rid of the Imperials. I fear many of us will struggle to put the past behind us. 10 long years we suffered at their hands. A whole generation of young people were forced into the army and sent off to die in some distant land. I suppose I could be considered one of the lucky few. My work here kept me away from the battlefield, and I hoped my contributions might help the others live long enough to make their way home. In the end, most of them never returned. Though my efforts were in vain, I can at least honor their memory. I want to leave something behind for their sake. Prove that they haven't been forgotten. A monument bearing their names. To ensure that not a single person is omitted, I'd need to see the official list of conscripts. If one exists, it would be inside the Imperial facility beneath the town, but resistance troops and ironworks engineers closing the place off, I can't get near it. Perhaps you might have a word with them for me. Leave as soon as I find the list. Thank you. Follow your lead. Yeah, Silent, we'll probably take a little crack at the extreme mode after we're done here. I don't know if Yeah, we'll have a look. We'll see how long this takes us. I'll let you do the talking if that's alright. Something I can help you with? I see. That's a bit unusual for one of the locals to show an interest in the Imperial's leavings, but she has her reasons. Since we are carrying out our investigations, we've closed the place off to prevent anyone interfering. Considering it's you as asking, though, I can hardly say no. Still, I better go with her in case the others kick up a fuss. Very kind. And we're very trusting. How long does the Yorha quest take? I imagine that's probably another little, like, 5-minute one, yeah? I'm sorry for any trouble I've caused. Give my thanks. Think nothing of it. I was glad to help. As I'd suspected, the Imperials kept detailed records of the local conscripts. One name in particular stood out to me. My friend, Melisandre. I had no idea she'd been assigned to the 7th Legion, of all places. Oh. That's awkward. It all began while we were serving together in the 14th Legion. That's interesting. If she's seen Gaius walking around here, although, you know, no one really knows Gaius' face, so she probably doesn't realize it's him. We had much in common, both being drafted from the same occupied territory, and we soon became firm friends. And one day she was sent to fight in Eorzea, while I remained here. The day before she left, she came to say goodbye, together with her foster siblings from the orphanage. The youngest one, Ricon, was particularly upset about not being allowed to speak with their adoptive father, Gaius van Belsar, before they departed. It was actually another of his orphans, Livia Sass Junius, who forbid them from seeing him. Can't say for certain, but it seemed that Livia had a strong attachment to Gaius and wouldn't let anyone else near him. Oh, man, Livia sucks. God, they had such a weird relationship, didn't they? Man, she sucks. As far as I could tell, he tried his best to keep Livia at arm's length whenever possible. Oh, bullshit! Bullshit! Meet me in my quarters in 1 hour. But at arm's length. Don't just stand by the door. A load of crap. Absolutely not. When her devotion to him was bordering on obsession, she became extremely jealous at the slightest sign of affection between him and his other wards. Others, however, treated them far more kindly. In fact, a Prefectus Castorum of the 14th Legion came specifically to meet them. Oh, is that Retardan? Oh man, I like his chops. While I was surprised that a Rogadin had risen to such a rank, I was even more taken aback by the unguarded manner in which he spoke with his subordinates. I had hoped that with people like him serving on the Eorzean front, be in safe hands. Oh man, they did Retardan dirty. We did Retardan dirty. Man, we shouldn't have killed him, he deserved better. And the time came for Melisandre to leave. We shared a few final words and then she was gone. Be the last I ever saw of her. After that, I was assigned to the Tribunus Lataclavius 14th. Yeah, near Tolskava. And I worked on restoring the Ultima weapon. Oh, so you would have been working with Valens as well. I was even at the Praetorium on the day it was destroyed. Yeah. Man, we have fucking ruined this girl's life. I escaped aboard an Imperial ship moments before it came crashing down. I eventually made my way back to Werlyt, only to be drafted into the 7th Legion to continue working on the weapon project. Even now, it makes me sick to my stomach to think I'd helped bring those abominations into the world. Using a living pilot to feed the weapon's core was part of the design from the very beginning. Of course, they'd never dream of subjecting a true-born Garlean to such barbaric treatment. But when the 7th Legion has a ready supply of provincial conscripts ripe for the taking, pilots were referred to only by their code names, and we engineers were not made privy to their true identities. Even with this list of conscripts, I still don't know who was sacrificed in the name of the weapons project. Oh. Okay, so we're not going to tell her that she sacrificed her dear friend. Alright, let's bring an end to the weapon project together. No, I don't think she was a spy. I was a little bit sus at first, but I don't think so. What can I do? For years, all I've known is how to build tools of destruction. 7th Legion is far from finished, bidding their time, waiting until the right moment to unleash the final weapon. And they do bring naught but death and woe to all who stand in their way. And after everything they've taken from us, they still want more. If it weren't for the Empire, Melisandre would still be here. The kindest person I ever met. The Empire, she was just another pawn in their games. Never forget her. There's a way I know I can make a difference. No, there is. First, I need to speak with members of the Ironworks. Yeah, join the Ironworks, dude. Like, we've got all of these conscripts here that were working for Nero. They would be perfect candidates for the Ironworks. I have a feeling that War Machina you used to beat the Sapphire weapon will be called into action again. Till then, there's still time to make improvements, and I intend to help. I'll still be going ahead with the plan to build a monument. Stopping the Empire must come first. I hope Melisandre and the others can wait a little longer. She has all the time in the world, Avelina. Before I go, allow me to express my gratitude. I don't know what I'd have done if it weren't for you. Till we meet again. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if upgraded G-Warrior versus Diamond Weapon was 5.5 as a single player duty, and we get like a MSQ trial. Kind of what I'm expecting, but I guess we'll see. We shall see. Okay, is that it? I think that's it. Very good. Yeah, that's true. It is conceivable that they'll give us 2. I kind of hope they will give us 2, because it'd be a bit of a letdown if the final one was a single player, but I don't know. The Sapphire weapon was pretty fun. It's pretty cool. I see. Fate has dealt her a cruel hand. Now she has a chance to make a fresh start. Same could be said of the whole of Turncliffe. It seems the liberation of that one small town will become a pivotal moment in Werlyt's history. It won't be too long before the rest of the region is free from the Empire. Naturally, we'd be honoured to fight alongside the people of Werlyt. We won't rest until the Imperials are sent fleeing with their tails between their legs. Until that day arrives, we'll carry on doing our bit to support you and the others in ending the weapon project. Sure to pass on any pertinent information. In the meantime, take care. Well, that was quite a roller coaster, you know. We had some big fat tacos. We had some serious Daddy Gaius fan service. We had some elaboration of, honestly, like a pretty dang interesting villain. Learning more about Severa was cool, you know. Would have enjoyed spending more time with Vodolin, but that's fine. Yeah, I still think that Vodolin's going to end up, like, sacrificing himself to save Gaius or something like that. I'm expecting him to kind of, I don't know, grow somehow. Yeah. Yeah, and interesting to learn more about Livia and Ratartan as well, of course. Yeah. And more about the 14th Legion, and yeah, this is great. I really enjoyed this. This is a good chapter. It was a cool chapter. Well, I am going to get on to the extreme mode, I think. See if we can get that down so we can find myself a heckin' static and prog and PF and until we do. But for now, everyone on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. A lot of you guys in the comments have been asking about Eden stuff. I did the Eden story while I was basically like on call for commentary for the world race, because I needed to prep for a lore show, so I didn't record that. I did that off stream. But I am planning on doing a like complete lore of Eden kind of vid, like taking it from the beginning, explaining what happened, basically from 100 years ago with Ardbert and crew, coming to the climax of their fight against the Shadowkeeper and against Logrif and Mitron, and kind of, tracking the lore of Eden all the way through. Yeah, which probably take a little while, but it's in the pipeline. So look forward to that. And obviously, if you haven't subscribed to the channel and you don't want to miss that, then do please do that. I would really appreciate it. It would mean a lot to me. And obviously, thank you to patrons. You guys are bloody legends. You will have early access to that video when it comes out, as well as Twitch subs. Those of you guys on Twitch, you obviously have early access to that as well when that does come around. So everyone on Twitch, stick around. Everyone on YouTube, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next thing. Take care. Bye-bye now. Bye.